Happy Monday. We're back again with another shoe cleaning video. Today I'm working on 9 pairs, continuing off of a bundle I bought March 10th. So far on the list, I got 2 pairs of Nike Huaraches, size 12 and a half, size 12. Bottoms are a little yellowed, plastic's a little yellowed, but they're not too bad. So we got 2 pairs of Huaraches I'm working on. I got 2 pair of Reebok Cardi B's. Look at them laces. Terrible laces. These aren't too bad. Got some Nike Dunks. Jordan 1 mids. These actually might be highs. These are our women's 8s. Got some generic Pumas. Some generic Adidas. And some generic Nikes. So nothing too crazy. I paid about $4.80 per pair. This is from a bundle I bought March 10th. Yeah, nothing too crazy. None of these shoes are too bad. These Cardi B's are probably the worst. Stains everywhere. So first things first, let's go through them and take the laces out, especially if the laces are cooked. This is the first set of Cardi B's I'm working on. I got my daughter's dog chilling. Got a good little dog over there. She's very nice. Cardi B's. Now these laces have some staining on them. Right there. I may try to get them out. We'll see. I know these other laces on the other Cardi B's are beyond cooked. I don't know if I can get that out or not. These are kind of a cream color. So are these shoes, so I can tell these laces are kind of unique to the shoe. Some staining. Another set of Cardi B's from Reebok. Now these laces are beyond. These laces are already freaking brown. Something got spilled directly on these for sure. Look at the color of these things. Look at that. Damn, I'm not actually soaking these now. Let some soap get in there. But these laces, I don't think this looks like almost like coffee. I can't tell what smell it is. It's a weird smell, which is exactly why I clean all my sneakers. I am not going to try to refurbish these. These are my buy. I'm going to spray these tongues down. Try to let that soak in there. These are going to soak for a minute. All right, next I got these dunks. Laces are fried. So I'll end up putting new laces. Hopefully I have some navy blue, or they'll just put white. Sometimes you can't always get your way. But for sure we will not give a customer cooked laces like this. Bottoms are yellow, kind of damaged. However, structurally good. Got some shit on the bottom. Bye-bye. All right, Nike Dunks, delaced. Next, I got some very generic Nikes. I got sole separation up there. I don't even know if I want to deal with it. Otherwise, they're in good shape. Could try a repair attempt. Laces are frayed, worn the hell out. Let's see how well we can clean them, and then I'll make a decision on repair. But these laces are bye-bye. Someone put a crazy knot in these too. Give me a sec. Some basic Nike. Nothing special. All right, now I just posted something yesterday like this. Some Puma joints. These are interesting. We will save these laces. Pumas 7C, which I believe translates to a 7Y in youth, which I also think translates to a women's 8.5, maybe? Something like that. But yeah. You really can't tell what hole to put them in. Kind of wild. Yeah, I got some Puma joints, some generics. Plus I got these Jordan 1 mids. Women's 8. Looks like a Fear. I don't know, but laces are really used. I don't think I want to use the same laces. They look really cooked. I might put some cool rose gold laces on these or something else to spice them up. Yeah, these are pretty used. These are reverse laced, so extra hard to take out, of course. Bye-bye. Next, we got some basic, very, very basic Adidas. Sometimes I wonder why I even clean these, but we'll see. Probably some $7.99 joints. That said, I paid about $4.80 per pair that you see today. Interesting. All right, basic Adidas. Last but not least, we got 2 pairs of Nike Huaraches. These laces are not really white anymore. They're kind of cream colored. so I'm not going to waste my time. We're just going to replace them. There's nothing special about them. They're not any type of high quality. Basic thread. See, they're cream colored now. Bye-bye. Nike Huaraches. Now, thank goodness that these laces are okay because they're very unique to the shoe. The color is very unique, and they're not dirty. Got some fraying. They kind of busted up, I ain't gonna lie. Now that look, I'm a little bit more close. The tips of these are kind of frayed up. Yeah, these are fried. Damn. But luckily, the bottom of the soles are white, which means you can interchange white and this color, which is good. So I will put a high quality white lace on these. Let me throw all that out, be back. All right. All right, first things first. I don't know if I'm going to save any of these, to be honest with you. Maybe the black ones. I think on the Cardis are fucked. Let's clean these black ones real quick. Let's make them look really black again. Make them look good. All right. Vegetable brush. Got my squeegee. Soft bristle brush. My pen. Get our slow drizzle. We're gonna hang these up to dry. All right, now the way I usually like to do business is clean the worst ones first. So what's that look like? These are pretty gross. They're worn down. Honestly, we'll see how well they clean up. I'll decide if I'm even going to put them up for sale. All right. First things first, we're going to knock out the bottom of these soles. Let me point the camera down. All right, here we go. We're spraying this whole shoe down because it's dirty all the way around. Gonna loosen up dirt with a vegetable brush. All right, we're gonna hit it with the sponge now. All right, let's get those bubbles. Let's see. All right, let's see. I still don't know if it's worth it to clean these or not. It didn't come out that bad. Probably some $7.99s, you know. That's what the other one looks like. Pretty dirty. clean those bubbles. I really contemplated even cleaning these. Nothing special. This is a bundle of shoes I paid $4.80 for. Each pair of shoes today I paid pretty cheap. More than likely from a garage sale. Nothing special at all. I don't even know what model these are. You know, but for $7-8, maybe someone will like them. They're not horrible. Piece of grass. Another piece of grass. Alright, so the cheapest pair we're gonna do tonight. Let's hit these Adidas next. Like I said, tonight is not a really special night with shoes. But I do sell shoes to every kind of person. You know, some people with money, some people without money. If the shoes are wearable and in good condition, I'll slang them. So just wanted to make sure there's no sole separation. That's another good reason to clean your shoes. It allows you to see everything that's going on with your shoe. Make sure that you're selling a good shoe. You definitely do not want to sell damaged sneakers. So I definitely clean every sneaker to make sure I'm selling a good one. Alright, let's spray this down. This shoe is really dirty. It's dusty, it's dirty. Let's see what we can do with it. Yeah, I can tell these are pretty rough, but it looks like they cleaned up really nicely, actually. Let's wipe them down. Again, not a really expensive pair of sneakers, but I do sell all kinds of sneakers to everybody. Not just $300 sneakers, but I got a lot of sneakers out there for $7, $8. These came out really nice, actually. Some Adidas's. 6.5 pins. Look at the other one, how dirty it is, how stained. So you can make a big difference. Instead of maybe $8 pair of shoes, how they sit, maybe 15, 16. I only paid $4.80. So I think for these it'd be pretty hard to lose out. Sometimes garage sales are the best sales because people just want to get rid of shit. First year I was happy because I bought 25 pairs of shoes for only $120. So that definitely sounds like a garage sale to me. I buy so many bundles though, it's honestly can't really remember when and who I got things from. Alright, let's spray these down. These are hurting. You'd be surprised, cleaning up a sneaker, lacing it up real nice, stuffing it so you get all the creases out, take good pictures. Man, you'll make a really shitty shoe look really nice, man. Not that it's shitty when you sell it, but it was shitty before you sold it. Yeah, these cleaned up really, really nicely. Hell yeah. I thought there was going to be some sneakers I sold for $6, $7. Probably doubled that just by cleaning them. All those stains came right out. Once you lace them up, they'll look good. Alright, the next worst ones I got are these Cardi B's that I sprayed earlier. Look how bad they are. Some Reebok joints. Looks like someone spilled coffee or something on these. I don't really know. But I don't have high hopes for these kind of stains. So we'll do our best here. We're going to see how good we can get it. I got a couple of these Cardi B's today. Like I said, I paid $4.80 a pair. So let's soak them again. I soaked them earlier in the stream. We're going to soak them again. I really want to see if I can get that stain out. And I'm definitely going to hit this with a vegetable brush. Because you ain't getting stains out like this any other way. Even the strap at the top is really, really dirty. I mean, that looks pretty good. The water coming out of the vegetable brush is dirty, which is a good sign that I got a lot of that staining out. hit it again. All right, let's hit that suede. All the spout that you see on the bottom here is suede. So I'm going to go back to my light bristle brush. Super soft bristles to scrub that. Damn, I didn't really have high hopes for these. I think they're coming out pretty good. Huh. Usually when I see stains like that, I've tried steamers, I've tried a lot of different things. A lot of that stuff doesn't work. All right, one more time on this suede. Let's wipe them down, see how it looks. Man, look at that. Ooh! These came out really, really nice. I'm very happy with that. Look at the tongue. It's white again. None of that stain. Look at the side by side. Not bad. All right. I'm going to soak these again. These vegetable brushes are great because they catch everything. They pull hair out. They do a lot of good stuff. So definitely recommend getting a vegetable brush for loosening dirt, cleaning rough fabrics. Let's hit that tongue. Look how dirty it is. Spray some more. Oh man, I'm ecstatic right now because I thought these were my worst sneakers that were going to be stained the most. And they cleaned up probably the best. All right, let's hit all that suede. It looked like someone had spilled coffee all over these shoes. And honestly, you can't even tell anymore. Wipe down all this leather. Yeah, these came out beautiful, people. Beautiful. The pair that I thought would not clean actually cleaned up the best, probably that I've ever seen in a lot of shoes. As far as pure stain and all that stain coming out, look at that. Came out beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Whew, that makes it easy because that was one of my harder. I thought it was gonna be one of my harder pairs. All right, we got the Nike Dunks. Lots of suede bleed into the tongue. Yellowed soles. Creased up. But again, I paid $4.80. Bottom of the sole's a little worn out right here. But we are going to keep it pushing. We're not going to hit people over the head with these prices, man. These Dunks to me are maybe $13, $14. There's some used Dunks, you know what I mean? Out the door with fees, someone's probably buying for $20, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to hit people over the head with prices. Honestly, I just want to do good business and get people sneakers that maybe they couldn't afford. And the people that can't afford it, I got sneakers for that too. Just trying to build a name, you know. I just don't sell Jordans. I just don't sell $1,000 pairs of this, that. I do a lot of transactions. So, all right, let's scrub this leather. This tongue is going to be interesting. I don't know if I can save this tongue like the Cardi B's. But let's wipe down all this leather. These have a lot of leather bleed on them. Let's hit that. Let's hit the tongue and see how it goes. As expected, this is actual leather bleed into the fabric, and that's kind of that's what they call they're married together now. But yeah, we could probably sell these for $13, $14. Some Nike Dunks. Soles are a little yellow. You got leather bleed on the tongue. But they look all right, man. Once you stuff these, put new laces on them, that makes somebody happy for $15. All right, let's get some of this shit off. Even the low-cost shoes that I sell, you see that I wash them. I make sure they're clean. Nothing special on today's menu, but I gotta get these shoes out. They were part of a bundle I paid for. I never want to create a death pile, so I clean every sneaker I get. Some I throw away because you find damage while you're cleaning them. Even with yellowed soles, yellowed lower soles, I will clean them. There's a lot of sneakers out there with a distressed look that actually come with yellowed fucking soles. It's weird. Every style is different. We don't get up in these creases. Find them straps. gonna scrub that tongue, even though the leather bleeds. Can't do anything about it. We'll still clean them up. We wiping them down. Like I said, nothing special. Just some dunks. Woo. All right, let's hit up these other Cardi B's. These are a little dirty, not as bad as the other ones. Some staining on the tongues. Today I might actually go through the whole process of actually lacing them up too. I haven't made my mind. Depends how fast these shoes dry. Let's spray these down. The suede is dirty. We're just gonna make sure we scrub them, the whole shoe. All right. Let's brush that suede. The scuffs are at the front. I think the last time I had some Cardi B Reeboks, they sold pretty fast. So I'm pretty sure that's why I picked these up. Only paid $5 for them. Let's hit that tongue. Oh yeah, all that comes right out. Let's just wipe down. Any dirty spots. Beautiful. Whoa. Yeah, these came out really, really nice. All those stains in the tongue came right out. As you can see from the other one, there's some spots on the tongues. Maybe not. Light doesn't hit it right, but there we go. There's some staining I can show you. There's little brown spots like this all over the shoe. So we got to get those off. Basically, I loosen up dirt with a vegetable brush, and I scrub it down with the sponge. Even though these soles were beautiful already, I'm still gonna scrub them down. Next, I'm gonna work on that suede on the sides. Light bristle brush. Beautiful. I can see all the stains come right out. Love it. Where I hit that rear where I showed you all those brown stains. Beautiful. All right. Let's hit that tongue again. We're gonna hit the fabric now. Yes, sir. All right. Rub down the rest of this leather. There's some heavy staining up here. Looks like droplets of something. Got rid of those. Just again, make sure that suede looks good. Beautiful. Backs are beautiful white again. Toes are beautiful white again. Came out nice. Hell yeah. All right, let's keep rolling. We got 4 more pairs. Easy day so far. All you gotta do is spend a little time, a little bit of effort. I'm gonna work on these Puma joints. Looks like some Puma ignites. Just loosen up all that dirt on the sides. All right, let's hit it with the sponge. This is how you get them super white. Once you loosen all that dirt, you basically just sponge them away. Beautiful. All right, let's get the rest of the shoe. It's dusty, it's dirty. Anyone will tell you to clean shoes, mesh is super difficult. You're dealing with multiple layers of dirt. So you kind of just got to do the best you can with mesh. What I'm trying to do is get these shoes back to a jet black. Let's see. Yes, sir. You can already tell these look great. Like I said, back to a jet black. Really white soles. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, let's hit the other one. These are in great shape. They're just dusty. You know, they just need touch up, right? This is all you're doing. Turn that $10 pair into a $20 pair. Turn that $50 pair into a $70 pair. That's all I'm doing. The little bit of time I'm putting in is worth the money coming out. Plus, every shoe on your page looks clean. Why would you want to represent yourself having dirty ass sneakers? I don't know. This weekend I sold 22 pairs of shoes. Not a bad weekend. $700 in gross sales. I think my net was $400. So I got all my money back that I spent on the sneakers plus $400. $400 every 2 days, 3 days. Sometimes it's way more. It's almost $2,000 a week, people. You just gotta put in work, man. Put in work. This is probably the hardest part of my job. No, do I like cleaning shoes? No, not really. Do I like making money for the family? Yes. Is it an easy job overall? Hell yeah. You gotta find the sneakers, that's hard. Once you find them, you just gotta clean them. Take pictures, sell them. Throw them in a damn box. Look at those, how clean those look. Beautiful. All right. 3 more pairs. Work on these Nike Huaraches. Plastics are yellowed, but they're in overall good condition. Every pair of Huaraches I've ever had, I've sold. So I don't think I minded picking these up in a bundle again. Paid $4.80 for these. All right, we're loosening up all that dirt. Here comes that mesh. I told you, mesh is hard. We're going to spray all this fabric down and see if we can get it any cleaner. It's going to be tough. Basically, all the leather, all the plastic, you can scrub with a sponge. It does not scuff the leather, doesn't mess it up. Trust me, I've cleaned hundreds of shoes. You're good to go. Let's try this mesh. I know the fabric of these Huaraches. I'm going to use a harder brush on these. I got staining. Where the laces weren't, there's a lot of staining. Like I said, mesh is incredibly difficult to clean. There's layer upon layer underneath it. The dirt sinks through. It's really hard to get out. So especially with mesh sneakers, it kind of is what it is with me. I do the best first pass I can do. Other than that, I'm not going to kill myself. It's about all I can do. I'm not going to spend 40, 50 minutes, an hour on a pair of sneakers. I have over 400 pairs of sneakers waiting to be posted. I buy sneakers all the time. If you have a sneaker collection you want to sell, hit me up. They go to Hirachis. Cleaned up really nice. They just got some staining, you know? They're not pure white anymore. Again, we're getting all that fabric that's stained up, nice and soaked with soap. All right. This kind of easiest way I can give it to you is loosen dirt up with that vegetable brush and come right behind it and scrub with the sponge. The dirt flies right off. These soles are pure white again. I mean, the plastic will never go back to white. I don't icebox sneakers. I don't repair them like that. I don't have time. But I promise you, give this little method a try. Good as I gonna get. You can tell the soles go back to pure white again. You see that? Give this little method a try. I mean, the soles came out pure white again. Look at that. Not bad. All right, we're gonna hit up another pair of Hirachis in olive green. These are in much better shape. But lots of stains on the bottom. Not too bad. Like I said, use your vegetable brush. Spray down these lower soles. Even spray down the whole shoe, because I'm going to clean the whole shoe. I like the soap to get in there and soak down the grease and whatever else is in here. Loosen up that dirt. All you're doing is loosening. Don't worry about trying to clean. You're just getting any dirt that's on the top layer loose. Quick little scrub. Then we're going to go straight to the sponge. Watch. Yeah. You just can't beat it. All right, let's clean the rest of the shoe. These are not bad at all. There's no discoloration. There's no sweat stains. There's no watermarks. So we're just gonna wipe them all the way down to make sure that the whole thing is clean, hygienic. Also, when you clean your sneakers like this, you're leaving a fake soap smell behind. You're not spraying fragrance that people are allergic to. It's just soap, you know what I mean? Hard for people to complain too much. Now, these do have like a burn mark on them. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna hit the fronts of these again. I noticed they're just a little dirty. Let's see what I can do. See how that works. Yeah. I should have done that to begin with. Again, this lotion, don't try to clean it with it. It's not going to work. All right, let's spray this whole shoe. Nice. Work the front of that shoe. Yes, sir. These Hirachis clean up pretty nicely. And they're popular. Every time I get Hirachis, they sell out. So today I got 2 pairs. Rocking these olive greens. All right, one more pair. Where we at? 1 hour and 10. 9 pairs in an hour and a half is pretty good. If I increase the price of each shoe by, let's say, $10, this made 65 an hour. It's not bad. Each shoe, I think I did the math. Each shoe from delacing to cleaning to lacing takes about 10 total minutes a pair. So it's really not that bad. Plus, I'd rather my store be full of nice looking shoes that have been cleaned than a bunch of wax. Fugazi ass shoes that just came off someone's foot. At least I cleaned mine. Alright. Got scuffs and scrapes. We'll see if I can get this stuff out. Oh yeah. Coming right out. At least on the lower sole. Middle of the shoe has scuffing and scraping. See what I can do on that. Lower soles came out beautiful. Let's check these. Let's check the rest of the shoe. I see some obvious scrapes. I just don't know if they're going to come out on this type of fabric. I don't think so. I'm not going to scrub these too hard. I'm just going to give them a clean. See what I mean on the back here? It's just scuffed through. Not sure as much I can do about that. These are almost like beads. Soles came out beautiful, as opposed to this. Dirty. All right, let's get those lower soles. Okay, let's just loosen up any dirt. Let's scrub the shit out of these guys. The fronts are always going to destroy your sponge. Like clockwork, these fronts are going to destroy it. Came out nice. This isn't your typical fabric, so these don't just, clean easily. I don't even know what the hell this shit is called. almost like beads that when you swipe it one way, it shows a color. When you swipe it the other, it goes another color. Came out pretty nice. All right, all the sneakers I cleaned today, they're still pretty damp. I got through these pretty fast. So there's, I'm not going to start lacing them up wet. Pretty easy session. Under an hour and a half for 9 sneakers. Not bad at all. Only wasted 3 sponges. I shouldn't say waste. It's not a waste. All right, listen, clean up my station. So basically, people, all this next is very simple. Lace up your sneakers. Put tissue paper in them. At least I do. I stuff every single pair that I sell with tissue paper, so that when they arrive to the customer, they look like they bought them from a reputable place. I mean, I am reputable, but I'm trying to say that I'm almost trying to get sneakers to people like how they come from the factory, right? The stuff with tissue paper, the box has papers. I just don't throw sneakers in a box, you know what I mean? And just let them all loose and shit. But yeah, man, that's it. It's really easy. Like I said, all these shoes you saw today, they're going to be posted on my eBay, Depop, and Mercari pages. I don't mess with Poshmark anymore. Their fees are way too high. You can check out one of my other lives, and I talk about Poshmark and how they do people. If you're a seller, I would stay away from Poshmark at all costs. But Depop only has a 3.3 seller fee. Mercari is 10%. eBay is a little bit higher with 13.3%. But Poshmark is 20% of your earnings. That's a wild number, people. I don't know why people sell out Poshmark. I did for a little bit, but I closed my store down. I sold 2 pairs of shoes the other day on there for $230. They tried to take $50 out of the $230. That's crazy, people. So closed my store down. There's no reason I'm giving Poshmark $50 of my hard-earned money. So yeah, I just mess with Depop a lot, eBay, Mercari. My own website's coming soon, so I can skip all the fees. Yeah, man, just keep pushing. If you don't post, you don't sell. Anyone that tuned in, I really, really appreciate you. I hope you have a blessed Sunday. Praise God. Bless the good, and I pray for the evil, man. Find Jesus. Check out my store, man. Soul Sneaker Code. My name is John. I'll hit you again tomorrow with another 8 or 9 pairs. Peace.